Alright, hello everyone, I'm Alan Thrall here in my garage, not at Untamed Strength Gym today. So in this video I'm going to talk about my program that I'm running in preparation for California's Strongest Man 2025. If you've followed along in the past few videos, you've seen some of the program, but I'm going to explain it a little bit here. And it is actually available in digital format. It is a PDF as well as a Google Sheets that's available for sale down in the description area. I'll link it below. Now, the program that you see when you buy purchase it is just slightly changed from what I'm doing, just because I have certain events that I'm training for, as well as, what I'm doing is catered towards my specific weaknesses. But pretty much that's the template that I'm running. Okay, so this program, I call it a strongman / strength program. And the reason for that is, it is a strongman program. If you did strongman recreationally or competitively, you could certainly follow this. But it prioritizes press, deadlift, squat, there's some benching, lots of rowing, direct grip work and wrist work, some carries, and some loads. So if that sounds like a good program or a good approach to training to you, I think the program is totally fine if you have no aspirations of doing strongman competitively, or even if you don't have a bunch of strongman equipment, just to omit any of the stuff that you want from the strongman sections of the program. But with that, there's never anything that's so specific that says you have to do circus dumbbell 1 rep max today, and then Hercules hold, and then power stairs, and then Conan's wheel, all this really specialized equipment, although you could do that stuff if you have access to it. But you can just run this program just as a strength program. It doesn't have to be, for strongman competitors only. Okay, so one thing I've done with my training recently that I absolutely love, and I don't think I'm ever going to go back to my old ways of training. I have abandoned the 7-day training routine. So usually when people say I train 5 days a week, 4 days a week, 3 days a week, they're referring to how many days a week they train Monday through Sunday. And what I found with myself, and especially with some of my online clients, is your schedule just sometimes is inconsistent, meaning your life schedule, travel, work, family obligations, maybe sickness. And so your gym schedule is a bit inconsistent. And you might have a light week, medium week, and a heavy week depending on availability. Meaning, I don't have much going on this week, I can train 5 days a week, no problem. Next week, it's gonna be hard to get 3 days of training in. The following week, maybe only 2 days of training. Average about 4 days of training, whatever the case is. And so what I've done is, I've just got rid of trying to fit everything in Monday through Sunday schedule. I have, in my program, as well as the strongman program, it's 5 training days. And you do those whenever you can. It doesn't matter how long it takes you to do those 5 training days. If you get day 1, 2, 3 this calendar week, just pick back up whenever you're ready to train again on day 4, day 5, and then back to day 1. You might get day 1, 2, 3, 4 this week. Well, next on Monday, just go with day 5. And there's a couple of reasons I've done this. The first one is the obvious. You never miss training sessions. Instead of missing your Friday session and saying, well, I was supposed to deadlift on that session, what do I do on Monday? Do I just skip it this week? You don't have to miss any sessions. You just pick up wherever you left off. But I also like doing this because it is a great form of auto-regulation. Auto-regulation is not just whether or not you do RP 7 or 8 in today's session. Sometimes you can do auto-regulation, and in this program, I do auto-regulation with sets. Sometimes I'll do 2 to 4 sets, just based off how much time I have and how much energy I have. But anyways, if you feel like you can train day 1, 2, 3, back to back to back, do it. go ahead. If you struggle to, if you need another day off or 2 days off before your next training session, that's fine. You don't have to worry about fitting in your schedule in any certain time frame. So if you were to take a day off in between sessions, it would take you 9 days to get through 5-day training cycle. So in this program, typically a program is written as week 1, week 2, week 3. I don't use that verbiage. I use round 1, round 2, round 3. Do round 1, day 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Get through that and then move on to round 2 whenever you can. So the fastest you could complete this program, given you don't train every single day, if you were to do 5 days a week, you'd finish it in 12 weeks. But it might take you up to 20 weeks to complete all 12 rounds.
There you go.
Thanks for the encouragement.
I didn't know if you wanted any.
Dude, I'll always take it.
In the videos.
So the way that my 5 days of training breaks down, day 1, 2, 3 are just pretty standard strength training sessions. Day 4 and day 5 would be strongman sessions. The strongman session is, there's a pressing portion, which could be any implement you want. There's a direct grip portion, grip and wrist work. There's some carrying and there's some loading. So picking something up and extending it or putting it on a platform or over a bar. The 3 training days, day 1, 2, and 3, they are full body sessions. And when I say full body, I don't mean you're doing every movement each day. It just means you're touching a little bit of upper body, a little bit of lower body each day. And each day has more of an upper body or lower body emphasis. So if I was to roughly classify day 1, 2, 3, day 1 would be a little bit more leg focused. Day 2 would be a little bit more upper focused. And then day 3 is a little bit, has more back in it. And so loosely, it could be kind of considered a legs, push, pull, and then strongman. And again, hey, if you wanted to do day 1, 2, 3, just scrap day 4 and 5, you could just do a 3-day a week program. So something else you'll notice on the program is I alternate between prioritizing the squat and the deadlift. So for the first 3 rounds, there's a little bit more squat emphasis than deadlift emphasis. And then the next 3 rounds, it'll switch to a little more deadlift emphasis, less squat. And then it goes back to squat, back to deadlift. And I find that that works well. For me, instead of trying to maximize squat and deadlift year round, at the same rate year round. So I just alternate back and forth. And especially for me, for this event, California Strongest Man, there is no deadlift event. So I don't have to, you know, run my dick in the dirt, deadlifting multiple times a week and killing myself doing that. Save some of that for the events. So I want to talk a little bit about what this program is not. So you see me doing a lot of jumping. I do jumping 2 or 3 times a week at the beginning of my training sessions. I didn't program any specific jumping. I think that if you do want to start doing that, just be creative with it. Do multiple types of jumps. You could do jumps for height, box jump, tuck jump, hurdle jump, vertex, try to touch a basketball hoop, dunk. You could do jumps for distance, broad jumping. You could do bounding. You could do single leg, 2 legs, a combination of any of those. I would say do a few warm-up sets and then do 3 to 5 sets of 1 to 5 jumps at maximum effort a few times a week, and I think you're golden. Just have fun with that. Honestly, go on Instagram, type in hashtag jumping, and or hashtag plyometrics, and I'm sure you'll see plenty of stuff, plenty of ideas to inspire you. You also see me doing Olympic lifting a couple times a week. I do that because I'm getting ready for an event that is an actual clean and press, and so I will be doing Olympic style clean. So that's why I'm personally doing that. I also enjoy doing it. It's the same idea here. There's no Olympic lifting programmed in this routine, but you can just be creative with it. I would say pull from multiple heights, from the floor, at the knee, mid-thigh, multiple catching positions, power clean, full clean. I would say do between 1 to 5 reps for working sets, warm up however you want, and that would be sort of the approach I would take. Also, there is no running programmed in this routine. I do like to run a few times a week, really as often as I can, but there's no running programmed in this. I do plan on making a running and lifting program, but that's not what this is. I think this is my cue to wrap up my training session. Maybe I'll do one more set here because these two have to get ready for their day. Thanks for watching, and always remember, train on time! Train on time!